Blackluster Soldier leaps into action. We have some Enneacraft good stuff and Floowandereeze and more. Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more content. Yeah, now this is a flex, man. This Odion player has triple Blackluster Soldier, the normal monster, and they didn't actually... They use this as their Primite stuff, which, you know what? Good for them. Actually having Blackluster Soldier be a card that is seeing play is actually amazing to me. This sort of developments and evolving parts of the meta that make me love the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I mean, like I said, it's these sorts of tech choices that you just kind of look at and you go, oh, okay, OCG, I see you. We've also got actual Dominus Spirals in here. We're also playing 2 copies of Apophis the Swamp Deity, but I mean, it's not like you can't really recall this back onto the field and have it be a card that, you know, you can have access to again, because you very much can. Ooh, we've got Enneacraft for you. Now, you're going to notice there's no extra deck down here for this Enneacraft list. We're not even worrying about playing, you know, cards like Pot of Extract to try to dig further into the deck. But instead, we're relying on the Sol and Luna here to be probably one of the best things that you can do. And I think a lot of people tend to forget that Sol and Luna was a joke card, but it is a card that helps you do rotation and then put down things that the opponent has as well. You know, those double-sided effects that allow you to check multiple problems end up being very, very strong. We're also playing the Shifter in here. We're side decking 3 big balls. Definitely need this card in order to take care of, you know, those problems that you're going to be seeing coming across the table. It's that sort of stuff that does tend to help out a lot with, you know, handling issues. Next up here, Flu. Oh, wow. First of all, I'm happy to see this Flu list is playing a copy of the Harpy's Featherstorm. You know, running through that floodgate is typically going to be a very, very strong card. You know, you just want to be able to have it on standby, blow your opponent out, you know, same old. But we're also playing triple copies of Dimensional Fissure in here. Di-Fi has turned into probably one of the best floodgate cards that we can actually use in modern era times right now, because making sure that Yummy doesn't get access to their pieces, I mean, they can call them back, but they have to kind of do a little bit more of a roundabout method to try to get those resources back. And I think that's a good thing, that, you know, you're challenging your opponent and going, hey, you know, if you want access to these cards, you're going to have to work for them. Also, poor OCG only having 2 extra. Still kind of weird to me. Next up here, we have Agents with the Asclepiscu. So basically, you already know, unfortunately, we are relying on things like the Black Garden here to basically try to OTK the opponent through the effect of Asclepiscu, but at the same time, you're calling up these Shine Balls, which are acting as 2 things. They're acting as stepping stones to get through the additional, you know, Link Monster process. This is where something like the Nightmare Goblin comes in to get you that extra key extender, but also, you know, we do get to see some of the more disgusting things that this package does tend to get. Also, you know, it's going to end up usually accessing the Abao Q to kind of help you put that pressure on your opponent. I also do see, hello, Archlord Christia. Anytime Archlord Christia is involved, it's always going to be a very, very fun time, it seems like. So that's actually really, really cool. Next up here, we have Psychics with the Punk package. Now, you gotta remember, Psychics and Punks have gone together since, like, the beginning conception of what feels like this game. You know, you get free access to go down these power play lines. It does end up working out. Now, we're also playing Cross-Mind Arch. Well, it's cool because you get access to all these different little synchros down here, especially, you know, having the parallel teleport and the teleport fusion here being these pieces to actually, you know, kind of help you out. Also, Cyblocker has been really showing some promise. The fact that he allows you to block any card that you deem is going to be a problem still remains one of the best traits that Cyblocker has actually been able to work with. So I find it very cool to see that we're making some progress here in this department. Definitely nice. Next up here. Wow, we have Mellowzeek. So this is actually kind of cool because we can go Mellowzeek attack directly, send one, and then if we get this sent out, we actually get to go search for the Mal list. But when this is added, it comes a free special summon, and on normal or special weapon, we can target an Altergeist in the graveyard and special summon in defense position, but it cannot activate its effects. Also turning this into a Link 1, like the Link Karibo here, triggers this, gets you back into this, which, congratulations, you know, this is also a tuner type monster. So, you know, generically, using the Altergeist package to effectively reverse into, you know, this combo is kind of interesting, but only in Yummy do you get to see this sort of, you know, interaction actually kind of come together. And I kind of like that, man, actually. It's really, really strong. Next up here. Yes, the Gem Knight OTK. Now, you know, both formats are both kind of on the Brilliant Fusion locked behind the format. You know, we're not really going too crazy on that, but, you know, your whole gimmick here is to consistently push up a board and try to OTK the opponent. Now, I do see we are playing block here. Block's purpose is just to be able to get you those extra rock monsters and do your thing. I also do see that we do get to play Illusion Gate down here. Illusion Gate giving you that OTK piece, paying half your life is not a problem, man. As long as you're getting a board clear and then getting a monster back out of this, I don't know why you'd be too upset about that. You know, it's a return on investment. And as long as you're getting, you know, those pieces in that setup and that control going, what's the problem here, you know? You've accomplished what you set out to do, which was win the game. Next up here. Yes, you know, the funny part to me, OCG still has access to the Gimmick Puppet Nightmare, and it's incredibly frustrating to see that this card is still being a warping factor in their form. I mean, good stuff to the OCG for still having access to this, but God, talk about a card that inherently just really, really, really is a problem. I do see we are playing the Fusion Duplication. We are playing Frixel to get access to the Flame, which, I mean, we can put this back to draw a card anyway. Also, once again, hey, look, we get the chance to side good old Illusion Gate down here. Yes, the make sure you can floodgate the opponent so the opponent can't play the game card looks very, very, very nice to see. Also, having thrust to go into, you know, whichever of these key components that you're going to need seems very strong. Next up here, we have the White Forest actually main decking the Illusion Gate. Man, how many cards do we need to have that just say pay half, do a board wipe, and revive one that actually work out? I do see we are playing each of the sisters. Diabell Star is still restricted to one in the OCG, which is such a weird thing to see. That, you know, they still have such heavy restrictions on this card. But I guess in hindsight, like, the card is incredibly broken and consistent. We are going down the one Deception line. We are also playing the one copy of the Blackout Laughs, which is good. OCG still has access to Baron de Fleur, the most generic synchro in the whole wide world, which is kind of crazy to me. We're also side decking the additional copy of Blackout Laughs. You know, if we do have to call it up as an option to, you know, take care of something, but also that's Triple Sales Ban, still playing the most important cards to grind out the opponent. And then our last deck here is Mimigul Yummy. You know, it's crazy. I mean, you just go down full Marshmallow, haha, fun. But also, your Mimigul package is just level 1 central, man. Also, you know, you're kind of putting your opponent in a terrible position with the dungeon, kind of forcing them to go down that path. And look, another deck playing Illusion Gate. We also do have access to the Featherstorm here. We also do get to see Blackout Laughs doing its job. And of course, I mean, 2 copies of Snatchy does absolutely wonderful here for what you want to see, but not too bad, actually. So what do you guys think about these cool new decks? Please leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.